So what I wanted to start with, and it's hard to capture perfectly, but I wanted to begin the video with the incredible dew that's on these leaves. It's just the dewiest dew. It's a really fine collection of dew. So I just kind of wanted you to get all up in that dew. Like, oh, can we get this one specifically? How could we? I don't know. Are you getting it? Sure. Oh, that's a really good dewdrop too. Dewdrops just make stuff pop. Makes it better. Hold on. We're doing chin umbrella. Oh, smooth. Almost dropping the poetry. Smooth. Okay. Right. Hi. Day 150. Happy birthday to the Q, to the boo, to the boo, to the Q. I wanted to write an original poem for you, but I'm just not done with it yet, so it will have to be belated. This was already written by a former me many years ago, so I'm just gonna go with that because it's there. I assure you, the wheelhouse, the fashion passion of this little cutesy character here came to me long before Moonrise Kingdom. I promise you, it was probably a good time and stuff. Probably a good 10 years before the movie came out. With so many stories crammed together, but the longing and sadness in the poem that I'm giving you was for a one Mr. First Boyfriend who caused me great strife and sorrow when I was quite young. And I thought it was destiny and magic and perfect and the thing and the way and the sign and the go and the green light, because when I was 7 years old, and I'm very witchy and weird, you all know, if you know then you know, but when I was 7 years old in New Mexico, walking to the museum, one of my favorite museums in all the land. I haven't been to them all, obviously. If you want to send me, that'd be great. I love going to museums more than anything. I should just put wishes out on the internet. See if anyone will grant them. I want to go to every museum. So I was walking with my father, hand in hand, going to the museum. Oh, you have to see the boots, too. Might there be a way for me to perch? I'm perching in a very circus-like way currently. If you're impressed, bless you. Walking hand in hand with my father to the museum. See the dinosaur bronzes in the distance. And I turned to him and I said, Dad, actually I usually called him Pa. Pa. Rarely called him Dad. Dad sounded weird in my mouth. Pa. I'm going to marry the first boy that gives me a Davy Crockett raccoon skin cap. Davy Crockett raccoon skin cap. First one who gives me one, gonna marry him. So I told myself that, fell for this bad boy with a thirst for the sauce, you know? Of course I did. Of course you do. Of course you're going to. Naturally. And left my home for the very first time on Christmas. Had never missed a Christmas. That's a great beginning of a story. She'd never missed a Christmas. So I go to Christmas in New Mexico. Again, full circle. Can you believe it? Hard to believe. Very weird. True story. Yeah, small little city. Strange. Name of a gem. Name of a mineral. Anywho, not a gem. A metal. Anyways, mysteries and mysteries could write so many plays. But I go to this Christmas, and this lad is brooding and drunk as usual. Brooding and drunk and moody and mad about something he won't say. It's like, okay. And his mom and I are just watching It's a Wonderful Life, as you do. And to make up for it later, he knew he'd been a right prick. So he brought me into his old childhood room, pulled out a plastic tub from beneath the bed, opened it, a lizard slithered out, skittered, a lizard skittered right out of the little pocket of memorabilia, memories and days gone by. Whoa, the fattest robin. That robin has to be pregnant. It's so fat. And a blue jay just landed right next to her. I wish it would be easy and not awkward for me to just take the phone and show you. Don't have that capability. Imagine it in your mind. Big, fat, pregnant robin next to a dancing, flitting, scooting little blue jay. Good stuff. Back to the weirdness and the craziness and the brrrm, you guessed it. He pulls out the thing, pulls out the bin, pulls out this childhood Davy Crockett, the real deal, raccoon scap, and gives it to me as a, like, sorry for the things and the ways I've been. And I cry, and I'm like, this is it, and I remain devoted to this very unhealthy deep dive. Unhealthy addiction, prediction, whatever you want to call it. I just felt like that was the sign, and that's all I needed, and I had to stick with it. Years into the torture and misery, and you're gonna have to fight so hard for it, of that particular saga and story, I came up with an alter ego. And it was actually when I knew that I was gonna have to start completely disintegrating this man from my love vault and not allowing that any longer. And back before hairdressers told you not to use henna on your hair, all my girlfriends and I were like, wow, this crazy mud, and you put on this crazy mud, and then you have the craziest color hair. And apparently it's like horrible for your strands of hair. I mean, if you're like me and you've got the thin European hair, it's not good for it. Just soaks it and coats it. It's a little thicker, you could probably handle it, but not I. But I went for it for a while and had this crazy, flaming 70s orange, rich, burnt hair color. And the night I did it, I invented Kitty Corduroy, and she wears this hat, and it was just a way to transition the story into a different story. I had to put it elsewhere for it to be okay, so that I could still wear the hat and feel cool, just make it about something else. So Kitty Corduroy, you know, she's always wearing shades of tawny, burnt, amber, 70s groove oranges and browns and maroons. She wears funky glasses, and she always wants to talk about past lives. And she does macrame. Kitty Corduroy. So I've always wanted to make a little story, a little show. Somebody throw some money my way. I can make you a whole series about Kitty Corduroy. Yes. So many queries I have about series I'd like to give to you out there. I have many queries. Is anyone listening? I have such queries. Anyway. Hi, I'm Kitty Corduroy. I'll lead the way. So hopefully I can keep this from getting too wet. But I wove in some other things. I wove in another boy lad that I obsess over for a while, because sometimes I just meet people and I'm convinced that he did lighting and theater. And sometimes I'm just convinced that people are of other soul times, that we knew each other's souls before, and I just get hung up on it and convinced. And in a more PG-13 way than people would think sometimes. Sometimes I just want to link pinkies with somebody, you know? It's not that big a deal. But it always is. Things always are. So he's woven in there too. But, yeah, I wove these things together because a couple days ago, on the 27th, was National Cellophane Tape Day. And I meant to weave it in and didn't. But it made sense when I found this held together with tape. That was my self-opinion at the time, really. It's pretty clear. You can sort of just see it. That's why I had to invite and invent. I meant to say invent, but I'll also say invite Kitty Corduroy along to the party. Please come in, Kitty Corduroy, with your cute and fancy finger sandwiches and save us all. For goodness sake. But yeah, National Cellophane Tape Day, and I didn't weave it in, and then I found this and thought maybe this is the thing I'm supposed to read in the rain, and here we are, and that's what it is. And then on the 12th of this month Arthur Fry, the man who invented Post-its, passed away. Rest in peace. And the pictures of him are lovely, phenomenal, heartwarming, nostalgic, great. You should look them up. But it also desperately made me want to show my boo Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion because he hasn't seen it, and that's a rites of passage. And of course, any movie that's actually good, that you actually want to feel good and watch, that you're like a movie person and you're like, oh, I want to watch this, you won't be able to find it. You gotta pay more for the thing, even though you've got 54 bajillion of them paid for. It's atrociousness. But I did finally find They Live last night for free on Peacock with commercials. Greatest movie, so relevant to right now. Oh my gosh, watch it 85 times. I actually watched it with the Making Me Feel Held Together with Tape boy. I do recall. But I'd watched it with my dad like 86 times before that. And every time, it's one of those movies, every time I watch it, it's a different movie. So anyway, but Romeo and Michelle's, no such luck. No such luck. I was bummed. But you know, they invented Post-its. So the guy who actually did passed on. And there's some of them woven in this. It's regular paper and Post-its and tape. So it all weaves together. And it's held together with tape. And I'm just resting this on my head so I can try to protect it. Just making a tent. There we are. You see what I'm doing. You see what I'm going for. It's raining. It's a rhythm. I should be doing hip hop out here. This is a rhythm. But we're doing this. Okay. So, wove those things in. Interpret as you will. As you shall. I try to make not the logo show. Okay, this is a pretty got pretty good balance here. Oh, just trying to keep it from smearing, people. Keep it in the clearing. Day 150. 150 days of poetry. It's like I want it off camera but protected. We're making an ultimate balance here. Yep. This one is called, Yes, This Is Your Room, remember? The doorway, the entrance, I mean, seems unfamiliar, always expecting some monster in place of my baby blanket. Elusive wind chime calls me. Clamor of the street stillness incessantly, making too much out of the moment of undressing. Walking nude, cautious, up close to that old Walmart mirror, $7.99 I think it was, breaking apart at the seams to be something wrong. Breaking apart at the seams to be something wrong. Something wrong? Breaking apart at the seams to be something wrong? Oh, it's just this frame still jaded with its own stale masturbation, feeling weak-willed with this need of love and stuff. This child vessel, wild one of billions, so many cells piled to make this longing female, all the while sitting half naked on the bed, saturated in one of those far-off phantasms. Fairy world, oh, if he could love her, he, the rare, deserving, deserve, snap back to 3 cups in the room, but no water. No water in sight, but she seeks the faucet, wishes not to wake the beast from slumber, though she always seems to. This back and forth lie, teeter-totter, tattletales. This back-forth lie, teeter-totter, tattletales, drunk fucking strangers, men in their boring t-shirts. Refrain my fists, peace lover, I must persist to love these vile human criminals. Put on your thickest gloves, stealing dance space and pure energy, the lot of them. Why did I have to see you again tonight? Why the predictions? All right, all right, all right. All steady. Get out, you fateful raccoon skin hat. Get out, you fateful raccoon skin hat. Thief, replacing all my dreams with blankness. Replacing all my dreams with blankness. A wet blanket. That love, surely, but here I sit drenching yet and often. I use the words letting go to keep my eyelids from going slack. Oh, and closing out these folly-forging phoniacs. The big play. Is this a rehearsal or something? Get them straight on fate. They've abused the right. Teeter-pate. Teeter-pate. Feed her a whole plate of nothing. The heart's silky surface toughens. How can we all be here at once? Pure air, lightning music surrounding us, and still be bored. Running from truth and beauty for sure. We can't afford to not see this again. They loved my rain boots, some. But others still poked fun. Do you think it will rain? Huh? Do you, girl? I was prepared for the drench, though, sure as I was nearly ready to see that true love sucker vampire fuck benched from the game, trying in all elegance possible to vanquish anger in the rain. But stuck behind the train, I panic. I tap myself with my own quill pen, and fear it is somewhere, it is someone, and fear it is someone, sneaking up to steal my moment, my ideas right off this page. Why are they peeing? Not peeing, y'all, not peeing. Let's go, let's go. I tap myself with my own quill pen and fear it is someone sneaking up to steal my moment, my ideas off this page. Why are they peeking in on me? Gives me rage. Why are they making me sleep? Why are they making my sleep so restless? Never mind. Sleep well, self. Sweet dreams, as always. Okay. It's from the Stoner Journal, so maybe I gave in a bit too indulgently to be on theme. Whatever. It's a crazy thing I took from a crazy thing. And this has rain on the lens. I didn't even remember that or know that at all. I only saw this part, which is good enough. Oh, look at all that weird, like it's just so good. And I don't remember where it's from. And that has rain on the lens. Wow. Okay. Well, that's pretty crazy. So that one happened. Then what was the other one I was going to do? Haha, this one. So both of them, I wasn't sure if I read that previous one, and I don't think so. I spent way too long looking back over others. I really need a better system of organization. My mom says, why don't you date them all and number them all? I'm like, because I don't know. I'm just trying to get them done every day, and that's as much as I can do. But that previous one, I added a bunch to. So even if I did do it, which I don't think I did, I really don't think I did. But if I did, I added a bunch to it today. So it doesn't even count, because now it's like brand new again. So there. So this one was about the other male. The other man boy. Man cub. The other man cub. Okay. It's called Few Torture. Momo helps me to make words into other words. We've both always been in love with that our whole lives, but Few Torture. Few Torture. Nearly 10 years ago, I saw that spark. He doesn't care for his pet names. Woof woof, bark bark. I made this cell, I live in it now. I bathe this hell. I give up, kaplow! I cried at the doctor. I guess nothing can shock her. If I could get him inside a wood sheet... Oh. You gotta go back when you make a mistake that silly. I made this cell. I live in it now. I bade this hell. I give up. Kaplow! I cried at the doctor. I guess nothing can shock her. If I could only get him inside a crisp white sheet. With me. With me? With me. What? Oh, what can you do for me, Doc? Forward, fast forward, this pan clock. If I could just finger comb his hair, I'd let go of this damn despair. Falling short, shortcomings, drug to be sure, purest pure. Someday, sums of years, thumbs and ears. Grassy knees, would he flee? If only the gals claimed the lost boys with gold or silver finger rings. I wonder if he wears the rune medallion. It means love. So, maybe no. So, maybe no. So, probably maybe no. I don't know. I thought maybe I would find something as like a bonus that I didn't think I was going to read, but that maybe I would. And I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm browsing. I'm perusing, okay? Can't even hardly read that. That's some crazy handwriting. Can you read that? I mean, it's cool, but it kind of like hurts. It's shiny golds and silverwares. You guys. It's shiny golds and silverwares, obviously. Hold on, people. Oh no. I dropped something about Fiona, my muse. I haven't gotten brave enough to talk about those stories because they're too important. They're so damn important. Been saving them. Let's try it. It's called I Wanted, and then I crossed out I Wanted. I sat down to write poetry, my most passionately lyrical thoughts, but I'm just at a complete loss for such romantic plans. I should slap my wrists red, 'cause it's all up in my head. There is plenty of time for wordy words, and for dreaming lazily, and so much time in front of me I blindly do not see. Fearing time is quite a crime, so I comply grudgingly. I wouldn't want him bludgeoning me or losing faith, pulling those plugs on me and shoving it in my face. So I do what he says. I go to bed like all good pets should. Less written, but all's well. No time for any words, games, love-struck movie, passing on double. Who would you be? And suddenly, she takes another. Be like that night of rain, coming, pouring hard, when it wanted. Blue button. Wow, y'all. That's some crazy high school indecipherable. I really hope you can see how crazy that handwriting is. I'm shocked that I read it, but it's raining. Didn't intend on reading this. Be like that night of rain coming, pouring hard when it wanted to. Blue button. Blue button was my response in high school to blue balls. You can figure it out, because everything's a double standard and women don't receive empathy for their lushness. Shall we say lushness? Of course we shall. We'll say that. We'll say lushness. Movie surface. Hello from circus nowhere. Gosh, that's a good line. Movie circus. Hello from circus nowhere. Movie surface. Hello from circus nowhere. From circus nowhere. That's some good shit. I like that a lot. Okay, is this a double header? Is it a double header, ladies and gentlemen? I actually think it's part of this, so I may as well throw it in. It's all cycling around. I'm falling into these vortexes, these holes, and I just can't seem to stop being followed around by this heavy weight around the world in 80 days, D-A-Z-E. Around my neck it lingers much too long. I don't have many of my favorite songs, but who cares? I don't know the singers anyhow, and anyway, I've already forgotten what I was going to say. You need to dance. Get your shit together and dance. And write your fucking shish kebabs already, you dork. Write the stuff, woman. It's as easy as that. Note to self, write your fucking shish kebabs, you dork. That's like, yeah, still trying to remind myself. Sorry, self. I am doing what I can, what I could, what I should be. It's okay to be held together with tape sometimes. It's okay to just have a few thin post-its holding you at bay from going the other way towards the freak out factor. Just find words and write them. Find parts you want to get out of your heart and write them, and come up with alter egos, because it's a really helpful thing to do, coming from me, Kitty Corduroy, to you. Words are hard in my mouth. They just aren't quite formulating. That's fine. I think I got bulk of them. I think I got the bulk of them to you in your hot little ears. Have no fears, 'cause Kitty Corduroy is here at the Circus of Nowhere. Okay, well, I enjoyed that deep dive. I found a lot of unexpected things in myself, with myself, pertaining to moi. Tape is vital. Tape is a vital invention. As were post-its. Rest in peace, Arthur Fry and Richard Gurley Drew. Gurley spelled G-U-R-L-E-Y, which is a name I just really like. It's like a good 1930s baseball player, which one of my ultimate dreams is to have like the coolest, best 1930s baseball player nickname, but for me, and I haven't quite found it. I've tried, I've fiddled. If you come up with something, let me know. They all, even still today, some of them like own those classics. Those classic, you're gonna be next to some bubble gum with your name on it, so you need a good one. It's gonna be really hard baseball. I mean, not hard baseball. Help. It's gonna be really hard gum by you. Gotta have something that sticks out. Yeah, that gum is crazy. It never disintegrates. It lasts forever. It is indestructible. Silver and gold, how about that? We're going on that roll. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Wonder if you can see the dewdrops any from here. Any dewdrops? It's okay. Go out wandering. Go out wandering in the rain and sing a sweet refrain. I'm liking being out here. It's one of those where I don't even want to end. We're not live, but I don't want to say goodbye. Just want you to get a little more of the smell of green. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Okay, we'll do it. We did it. So it's been brought in. It's been gotten. It's been dotted. It's been crossed. The eyes have been poked. Oh, I forgot my quill pen. That was the funny thing I forgot. Okay, you've seen it. Watch the Scrooge video. There's one about Scrooge. Scrooge doesn't meddle in truths or absolutes. And I make damn good prop usage of that quill pen. But I wrote it, and I always like to have good reference props. That's tops. It's really tops when you've got reference props. So There's this weird O-ring on this, and I just figured out that I can do this trick now. Hey, hello, it's your old pal, Kitty Corduroy. Oh boy, it's another rainy day. Hooray! That's a neat trick, because it's broken, and so therefore because it is broken, I can make that a thing. So we'll just end it on that, and thanks for your support of old Corduroy.